In the preface of the book Journeying, the writer Claudio Magris reflects on the travel theme. He states that there is no journey without crossing borders, political, linguistic, social, cultural, psychological, going beyond frontiers, knowing that they are flexible, temporary, and perishable. Traveling entails not only crossing to the other side of the frontiers, but also discovering that one is always on the other side as well. And he continues stating that traveling teaches disorientation, the feeling of forever being a stranger in life, even in one's own country. So being a stranger among strangers is perhaps the only way to be truly brothers. Magris used the Italian word spaesamento, without country, instead of the word disorientation, whose etymology contains the root of its meaning. It's as if the loss, discomfort, and disorientation conditions is associated with deprivation of one's own country. In our globalized world, in many countries of the East and the West, travel has become a mass cultural phenomenon, increasingly accessible to different segments of the population. Due to this reason, I think it can be interesting to introduce the theme of the boundary as heritage exactly starting from this thinking of the travel theme, from which a series of contradictions clearly emerge. Contradictions which, for example, characterize today an European debate on the Brexit and the utility of European community. This session, organized in the Brescia International Conference, wondered about the meaning and methods for a possible consolidation of a unitary European horizon, which oscillates between the need of overcoming and making the national borders more permeable and the growing demand for immigration policies by populations in war or in conditions of poverty. This population recognized in the Old World a place for a possible redemption of their existence, a mirage of normal life. This need have ended up questioning one of the key assumptions of the European Union, which, starting from its name, emphasized the need to redefine and give new meaning to those many borders. The session reflects on the possibility that these complex, articulated and changing identities take part in some way in the physical construction of the environment and how it would be possible to achieve an equilibrium through the project instruments. The session investigated the physical traces existing in places, which are made of layered scenes that have modified the territories. Some case studies discuss the need to recover the heritage of scene. Recover for recognizing. Recognizing is indeed the first step to rebuild histories and memories. The focus of the intervention lies in the proposal of identifying tools and establish a method that show a way for the project starting from a specific case. The other presentations decline the different facets of image necessary for the exercise of memory. It was precisely Platonian Teteto who established a direct relationship between figure, memory, and knowledge. The wax blocks existing in our soul receive impressions, as a seal receives an imprinting. As long as the figure lasts, we remember and know, but if it's cancelled or can no longer be inscribed, we forget it and we don't know. Without figure, there is no memory, but without memory there is no knowledge. In all interventions, the selection and valorization of memory elements are the term of the point. Maybe what change are the method of the interpretation. Physical traces and immaterial traces mix together in our journey. They overlap following trajectories of various spatial and temporal extension. Following a trajectory can be the first step to favor the emergence of the specific qualities and differences that can help in building the image of European identity through an intervention, a project, a plan.